Do you think washing okra with water alone is enough? You might be surprised. On the outside, every pod looks fresh and clean. But in reality, the surface of okra is covered with countless tiny hairs and small grooves that can trap dust, impurities, and slippery residue that are difficult to remove with ordinary washing. Today, I'm going to show you a simple trick to wash okra the right way, so it becomes cleaner, less slimy, and even more delicious. Let's get started. First, don't rush to cut off the stem or slice the okra. Many people trim the stem as soon as they bring okra home, but this is actually a mistake that can make okra slimier and less flavorful. Keep the pods whole. The stem acts like a natural seal, helping keep the mucilage and nutrients locked inside the okra. If you cut it too early, the slimy juice will be released during washing or cooking, making the okra softer, less crisp, and reducing its natural flavor. Now, place the okra into a mesh bag. Do not pack it too tightly. Leave enough empty space so the okra can move around. This extra space makes the cleaning process much more effective. Then, tie the opening of the bag. This makes it easier to hold, shake, and scrub the okra without dropping or bruising it. Next comes a step many people have never thought of. Sprinkle coarse salt directly into the bag. Don't underestimate these tiny grains of salt. Salt doesn't just help clean, it works like a natural scrub. With its gentle abrasiveness, salt helps remove the tiny hairs on the surface of the okra, absorbs some of the light slime, and pulls out dirt trapped inside small grooves that are hard to see with the naked eye. Now, gently squeeze and rub the mesh bag for about 1 to 2 minutes. You can lightly roll the bag on the table or rub it back and forth in your hands. As the okra and salt move together, the fuzzy hairs and dirt will gradually be scrubbed off the surface. That's why after washing, the okra not only becomes cleaner, but also looks greener and feels noticeably smoother. But remember one important thing: don't squeeze too hard. Okra is quite delicate, and using too much force can bruise the skin, causing the slime to escape too early and reducing its quality. Just rub gently but evenly, and you'll be surprised at how much cleaner the okra becomes compared with simply washing it with water. After scrubbing with salt, transfer the okra into a large bowl. Now comes the deep cleaning step that many people overlook. Pour in enough water to completely cover the okra. Add 1 tablespoon of vinegar. Stir gently so the vinegar mixes evenly with the water, allowing every pod to come into contact with it. Don't think this step is unnecessary. When okra comes into contact with water, it naturally releases a slimy coating on the surface. A small amount of vinegar helps reduce this slippery feeling, making the okra cleaner and easier to prepare for the next steps. Not only that, vinegar also supports deeper cleaning, helping wash away any remaining dirt trapped in small grooves, while making the surface of the okra look fresher and brighter. But there is one very important thing to remember. Soak it for only 1 to 2 minutes. Many people think longer soaking means cleaner okra, but in reality, that can have the opposite effect. Soaking too long causes the okra to absorb water, making it lose its natural crispness and affecting its flavor after cooking. After soaking, rinse the okra thoroughly under clean running water. This step washes away all the salt, vinegar, and loosened impurities, while also removing any remaining slippery residue from the surface. It's nice to know that we see each other all over the world. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, you can subscribe by clicking the subscribe button. It's great to see your support. Then, let it drain. Properly washed okra should feel clean and smooth to the touch, without any sticky slime on your hands, while still remaining firm and naturally fresh. And this is only the first step. Next, I'll share how to cook okra, so it stays green and crisp without turning dark, preserves its natural sweetness and nutrients, and tastes so good that even picky eaters will want another bite. After washing the okra, do not rush to cut it and do not blanch it in boiling water. Instead, add 1 spoonful of cooking oil to the okra and gently toss by hand until each pod is coated with a thin layer of oil. This oil coating acts like a protective shield, helping the okra keep its vibrant green color, reducing darkening and locking in its natural moisture. Next, bring a pot of water to a boil. Once the water is boiling vigorously, place a steamer basket on top. Arrange the whole oil-coated okra evenly in the steamer so the steam can circulate evenly, then cover with a lid and steam for exactly 2 minutes. Why should you avoid blanching? Because okra contains vitamins and water-soluble fiber, and when it is blanched, some nutrients can easily leach into the water. Not only that, blanching can make okra turn soft too quickly and release more slime, reducing its natural taste and texture. Steaming, on the other hand, allows the heat to spread gently, cooking the okra just enough while preserving its crisp texture, fresh flavor, and nutritional value inside. This is truly the best way to preserve the soul of okra. After exactly 2 minutes, open the lid. You will see okra that is beautifully green, lightly glossy as though coated with a delicate layer of jade. Just looking at it is enough to make anyone want to taste it immediately. Remove the okra and prepare for the next step. Cut off the tough stem ends of the okra, since this part is usually fibrous and can affect the eating experience. Then slice the okra into moderately thick, even rounds, so they cook evenly and look more appealing. Okra is naturally rich in nutrients, cooling in nature, low in fat, and excellent for digestion. So instead of eating it the usual way, try this method to make the dish more exciting. So delicious that your family might finish the whole plate in no time. Once sliced, place the okra into a separate bowl. Next, prepare 4 fresh eggs. Crack the eggs into a bowl. Then, use chopsticks to beat them in one direction until the yolks and whites are completely combined. Beat thoroughly until the mixture becomes smooth with no lumps remaining. After that, pour all the beaten eggs into the bowl of okra. Gently but evenly mix with chopsticks so each slice of okra is coated with a thin layer of egg, helping the dish become richer, more fragrant, and better at holding flavor during cooking. Season simply by adding 1/2 teaspoon of salt to the mixture. This creates a balanced base flavor and makes the dish more savory from the very beginning. Next, add 1 to 2 teaspoons of cornstarch. Many people overlook this small ingredient, but it is actually the secret to texture. Cornstarch helps the okra and egg mixture bind together more easily. When fried, it creates a light, soft texture without becoming crumbly or falling apart, while also helping the dish hold its shape beautifully and keeping each piece intact when flipped. Now, heat the pan. Then add enough cooking oil to lightly coat the surface of the pan. Use a brush or oil brush to spread the oil evenly across both the bottom and sides of the pan, creating a natural non-stick layer that helps prevent sticking and makes flipping easier. When the oil is only lightly heated, pour the entire okra and egg mixture into the pan. Use a spatula to quickly spread it into a flat, even layer so the heat distributes evenly throughout. Cover with a lid and cook over low heat for 3 minutes so the bottom sets and turns lightly golden. Once the underside is firm and lightly golden brown, place a plate over the pan. Then carefully flip it over to turn the pancake onto the other side. Where are you watching from? Please leave a comment to let me know. After flipping, cover again and continue cooking for a few more minutes until the other side becomes evenly golden as well. When both sides have developed a beautiful golden color, with slightly crisp edges and the rich aroma of egg blending with the fresh scent of okra, the dish is ready. At this point, the entire kitchen seems filled with an irresistible fragrance. Transfer it onto a cutting board and slice it into bite-sized pieces however you like. The outside is lightly crisp, while the inside remains soft and moist. With every bite, you can taste the rich fragrance of egg blended with the naturally refreshing flavor of okra. Serve with a simple dipping sauce, and it is already perfectly delicious. What makes this dish special is that it is completely free from sliminess and bitterness, yet still preserves the original fresh flavor of the ingredients. It is easy to enjoy and incredibly addictive from the very first bite. If you want a more flavorful version that pairs perfectly with rice, we'll make a soul sauce that elevates the whole dish. Prepare minced garlic, sliced chili, and the white part of scallions. In a bowl, add 1/4 teaspoon of sugar to create a light natural sweetness and add depth to the sauce. Add 2 tablespoons of light soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce, 1/2 tablespoon of cornstarch, and 100 milliliters of water. Stir well until all ingredients are fully combined, with no lumps remaining, forming a smooth and even sauce mixture. Heat a pan and add a small amount of cooking oil. When the oil is hot, add the minced garlic, chili, and scallion whites. Sauté over low heat, stirring quickly until fragrant. Then pour the prepared sauce mixture into the pan. Increase to high heat and cook until the sauce begins to thicken, with small bubbles forming on the surface. At this point, the aroma becomes rich, savory, and highly appetizing. Finally, pour this hot, fragrant sauce directly over the prepared okra and egg dish. The aroma rises immediately when the sauce hits the dish. Lightly creamy, perfectly balanced between sweet and savory, with a gentle kick of garlic and chili that stimulates the appetite. At this stage, the dish is simple, but achieves a very refined balance. Fresh green okra with no slime or discoloration, soft and rich eggs, and a flavorful sauce that is savory without being oily. It is the kind of dish that is easy to make, perfect with rice, and suitable even for picky eaters. One bite is enough to make you crave it again. The video ends here. If you have any comments, please leave a comment below. If you find the video interesting, please give me a like. Don't forget to share it with your relatives and friends. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Thank you for your support. Goodbye. See you in the next video.